All right. Welcome back. Hole number 5, Coyote Canyon. Lots of ways to play this hole, as I'm sure everyone has kind of their favorite lines picked out. Pretty easy hole to get the eagle. I like to throw the glide turn, aim right at that column right there, and just turn it around it. Usually stays nice and straight, and you'll either hit this formation or end up on the right side of it. Obviously, if you get too close, it can be a little challenging, but usually you can find a way to get that eagle. So this is one you should be getting an eagle on almost every time, but it's not too hard to find some trouble either. So, oops, I accidentally went to the next hole. Here we go. So again, I throw the glide turn. I aim kind of right in the center of this, and then based on the wind, I'm going to put a little bit of hyzer to combat that strong left to right. And this is kind of the worst case scenario. If you can at least get past that first rock thing, sometimes you'll hit this, but it fought its way around, so it still at least gave me a shot at throwing it in for eagle here. Which okay. Thought I made it. Guess not. But again, there's lots of different things people do here. This is what I'm most comfortable with. Glide turn right at that rock formation, and you kind of just get used to doing whatever the wind's doing. This is looking pretty good. I like to end up right on the right side just like this, but sometimes it tends to go too far. Real life, that should be in bounds. I wish they'd fix that. I think we're all frustrated with that, but again, glide turn right at it. With the one wind, I'm almost pulling straight down, and this is looking a little better. I'm pretty sure it's possible to ace this hole. I'll try towards the end of this video to throw a couple lines and give you an idea, but I won't be getting it. It's probably like 1 in 1,000 shot, or at least maybe 1 in a million, but I think it's doable, but it's just not easy. Try to get back to back here, and then we'll go throw some other lines that people might use with some other discs, and then we'll try to ace it a few times. That's like the ideal spot for me to end up, still within the circle, but not too close to the wall. Nice, easy eagle. You can use that same line with other discs as well. It just becomes a little more challenging. So this is with the glide skip. See if I can get through for you. Just a little harder because it doesn't turn as much, as you can see. Kind of got a lucky skip and another lucky skip, so that worked out pretty well, but just a little harder for me and a little more of a threat to go long with the big skip, so I don't ever throw this disc. I think some people might throw it on a forehand around the left side of everything, but as far as that particular line, I don't think it's the best disc for it. Here's one more time. We're going to hit the gap, but then that fade of the glide skip, that ended up pretty good. So it's doable. Pretty much any ride you can kind of make work for eagle on this hole, but I find the glide turn the easiest. There you go, I screwed up the eagle again. We'll try. So this is the light glide. I think one of the dangers with this one is it's going to fade a little harder, and it's going to potentially go too long. This is looking pretty good as well. So it's doable. Just find your favorite, whatever you're most accurate with, and go with that one. I'm sure the glide roll can get through as well. That's one you don't have to worry about it going long unless it kind of flips up and rolls on you. But it's going to be a little more stable, so you can see it's a little harder to keep right of this last formation, so that puts you into some trouble right there, and then you're just playing for birdie. But if you don't pick that line, there's some forehand lines. I think this is a common one a lot of people do, is this around the left side of this, and then just kind of let it skip back towards the basket there. There's just a little more trouble. Cactus, trees, rocks, there you go. So still probably could have made that, but a little farther out and harder to get closer. Here's one more. There's not a whole lot of trouble, but I just don't like this line as much and not as consistent, but there you go. Pretty good, but I'm still 116 away, so it's a little harder to get as close as you can through that backhand line. This is the light glide on the forehand line. See how it ends up. Looking pretty good, but again, it's not going to get super close, so you're having to throw it in from there. 118 behind the cactus, that would have been a tough shot. But this is my go-to right here. Aim right at that rock there, put it on a little bit of a turn, and then it goes straight towards the basket with a little bit of fade, and easy peasy. Nice, easy eagle. Hope you enjoy. I'm going to try to find some good wind and see if I can't find the line that I think, which is kind of a flex backhand. Here we go. So this is the glide skip. I imagine you might be able to skip it off the top of this rock and then have a shot at the basket. This actually carried with that tailwind. Oof. Oh. You can see that's my fourth shot, so I've just been throwing it a few times with this wind. But you can see it's possible if you kind of catch the top of that and skip up into the basket. I think it might be more possible with the light glide, so here's one of those. Again, this is my second throw with this wind, and you can see the potential here. So it's doable. I've never got it. I've never seen anyone that has got it, but it's doable. So if that's something that you want to do, feel free. Let me know if you got that one. Let me know if you have any better lines, better discs. Hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you watching me play some DGV.